Fashola. Meanwhile, there was a heated exchange at the House of Representatives at Hardcore Committee investigative hearing on Thursday after a construction company, DC Engineering Limited, accused officials of the Federal Ministry of Works under former Minister Babatunde Fashola of inflating a road contract from 9.8 billion naira to 54.3 billion naira. The road contract in question was the construction and rehabilitation of the 41-kilometer Ijebu-Igbo Ita-Ibadan road, which had been halted of contract, became a source of deep concern, leading to the setting up of an ad hoc committee by the Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas. The executive director of DC Engineering Limited, Engineer Adedeji, who was summoned for appearance by the chairman of the committee, Honorable Kwamotu Bitrus Lowry, revealed in full glare of the public that the contract was supposed to be completed within 2 years, but it took the Federal Ministry of Works 5 years, 2018 to 2023, before it was able to pay 15% mobilization fund of 1.3 billion naira. Armed with documents, including the letter of the award of contract, Engineer Adedeji alleged that having been inflated, it became a challenge for the federal government to fund the project. PM News Nigeria reports the slow pace of work was due to lack of release of funds, he said. According to him, the 15% mobilization fee was paid in several installments until about a few weeks ago, when the last installment of the 15% was paid. Adedeji said his company had approached the Ministry of Works to review the contract sum from 9.8 billion naira to at least 14 billion naira due to the high cost of materials, but the Ministry of Works refused. He said they were surprised to notice that the same ministry that refused to review the contract upward to at least 14 billion naira re-awarded the same contract to Aretech Construction Limited at the sum of 54.3 billion naira without the termination of their contract. The director of Highway South, Federal Ministry of Works, Engineer Adedamola Kuti, who represented the ministry before the committee, said the ministry had terminated the contract of DC Engineering since September 2022. He was, however, silent on why they refused to review the contract sum upward to at least 14 billion naira as requested by the DC Engineering, but went ahead to re-award the same contracts to another company, Aretech Construction Limited, at the sum of 54 billion naira. When asked to provide a detailed letter of termination of contract with DC Engineering Limited, certificates of no objection from the Bureau of Public Procurement to Aretech Construction Limited and Federal Executive Council's approval letter, he promised the probe panel that he will go and come back. He could not present it. Meanwhile, in the submission of the solicitor Tolu Baba Leye and Co. on behalf of the DC Engineering Limited, the company alleged that the activities of Honorable Tolulope Akonde Shadipe, a member representing Oluyole Federal Constituency of Oyo State, had been frustrating the efforts of his client to execute the project. Our client is also very much aware of the activities of Honorable Tolulope Akonde Shadipe, a member representing Oluyole Federal Constituency. From our client informed us has turned to a thorn in his flesh and who has been promoting Aretech Construction Limited as contractor to the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing for the contract to be re-awarded to the said company for a reason best known to her. This vexed issue is known to everyone in the ministry, especially two particular directors working hand in hand with them, and all attempts have been made to re-award the contract for the sum of 54.3 billion naira from the initial contract of 9.8 billion naira to Aretech Construction Limited, whom we understand had signed an agreement with the ministry and submitted advance payment guarantee from its bank. It's a disheartening issue, and that's why all of them say, yeah, it is our turn. This is what they do. It's all about this issue of a pardon, inflating contract, and all of that is what is driving all of them to be turning a constitution upside down, turning things up and down. They will tell you that is the final. This is all about this. I don't know. They will tell you they are fighting corruption and this issue of pardon. Now we are not hearing anything like pardon in at the Senate or at the House of Rep, but it's going on. It's like they don't sabi themselves. They don't they talk anything about it. If you see if you know the pardon going on in that place, oh my God, it will be for Nigeria. See, those who are claiming that they are fighting corruption under Fashola, all these things happening. So it will tell you, say, no. That is a welcome development. It should be increased. The more that amount is way too small. Now that the chairman of corruption in West Africa is the president of Nigeria, what is the next step for Nigeria people? Forget it. Which way Nigeria? Say it louder. Please open up more of his can of worms. Nothing is impossible in Nigeria. Corruption in capital projects administration in Nigeria is massive, and that is why the country is not developing at all. If it is true, his former or present boss will pick him. Our corruption is inbuilt. We didn't learn it. That is Yoruba type of integrity. Everyone cleaning out. Testimonies of corruption left, right and center. What a country. He will promise to solve the power problem within 6 months is now engulfed in the usual traditional trademark. Who wrote the tribunal judgment? Okay. Corruption everywhere. Buhari gave them free hand and federal road can testify. Okay. So what do you want us to do with the story? Nothing will happen. You go here and you don't finish. You go end for there. They will continue their business as usual.